that'll be our day wrapped on up, I think. And then we'll only have missed casting like Cyan Neeb and Neeb Cyan. Sorry, Cyan Knight and Neeb Cyan. So that'll be the only series we missed because Winter forfeited a few of them and stuff. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll cast a couple more because then we'll have done about 4.5 hours of OSC Masters Cup casting. We'll be on about 7.5 hours stream time total. I think that's a good point to call it a day because I'm pretty tired today. I actually had to come in to the office a little bit early, the studio a little bit early because we had a house viewing today. We're selling our house. So I actually had to come into the studio like 2 hours earlier than I had to cast, and I'm not really a morning person. I'm very much so a stay up until 5, 6 a.m. working sort of person, so I sort of slept from 6 till 9, woke up, came in, tried to have a miniature nap, that didn't work, did some YouTube work, and now here we are, casting StarCraft for you all. So we set up into game number 1. It is this PvZ matchup once again. Elazer did lose out to Cyan in one of the maps earlier, did go 1-1. Really needs a win here against Nice, I think, to be able to have a chance to make it through. Again, I'm not quite sure how the tiebreakers or anything work. I'll see if our admin can give us some info, or the tournament runner, and from there, we'll figure it out. So I'm just going to give you guys as much info as I can for now. Alrighty, do let us know if you're still around in the chat, guys. Let us know if you're still here. Come say hello, let me know what's up. Give us a wave, give us a booyah. Do whatever you want, but let me know what's up. Let me know if you're cheering on one of these players in particular. Let me know how you've been enjoying the games throughout the day. Let me know what your favorite series maybe was. Maybe you really enjoyed that Innovation Dark matchup earlier. Maybe you've been enjoying maybe some of the OSC Masters Cup matches a bit more. Maybe you enjoyed those Ufilm games. I want to hear from you guys. Give me some info. Let me know what's up with you guys here as we continue into our second last match of the night, of the day. Don't forget, we're back from the same time, same place tomorrow for the OSC Masters Cup. That is 4 p.m. CEST, 3 p.m. UK time. Just to give you some other times, that's 10 a.m. East Coast in America, and it is 11 p.m. Korean. So, we're back at the same time tomorrow for Group B. Semper, Bly, Penguin, Goblin, Azure, and Shanna. Going to be a fun set of games all over again for Group B. Same format as today. And on Tuesday, we're going to be running our Balance Test Cup. Make sure you tune in for that. That will probably be going live again, 4 p.m. CEST. Most likely. Of course, if you're enjoying the stream, hit that follow button. And as I keep saying, if you want to support further, you can support the event through Matcherino. ! Matcher in the chat. There's coupon codes you can use as well. And you can also support the stream by subscribing, donating, or cheering, whatever you fancy. Whatever you fancy. Adept moves on in here just to see if he can get into a nice little nook and cranny to defend from, as Elazer does have some Zerglings coming forwards. Gonna wrap it around, and he is gonna get... Ooh, could have got this round on the Adept, but there's only 4 Zerglings, probably not enough. He'll go for the probe kill instead, and he does pick that up now. Nice little pick up there, and now he can back away. Here's my wave, says Hat Simulator in the chat. There we go. See, we got a wave from the chat. Woo! See, asking for chat participation worked out for once. We actually got a wave out of it. Wonderful. And from Cancorn. Hey, yeah, see? Grand waves. Whoop, whoop. Revelation comes down onto a couple of queens right here. As Oracle going to back away over to the left-hand side. And a second Stargate from Nice after a Void Ray. It might be time for a few more Oracles. We saw this out of Neeb already today. A couple Oracles into Void, into extra Stargates for more Oracle production. And there it is, more Oracles starting on up. One against Elazer earlier. Neeb did with that. Let's see if Elazer has a better chance or a better answer to it playing against Nice here. Problem for Elazer against Neeb was he really allowed Neeb to do too much damage with the initial few Oracles. And he really does start to snowball out of control. And then for the larger fight later, he was way too spread out, and that allowed the Oracles to just pick off half the Hydras and then fight the other half. And that's the issue. You really need to get rid of these Oracles ASAP, because the damage output on Hydras is insane. And that's just not what happened. Everything was like strewn out in a massive line for Elazer, and so Neeb basically fought half the Hydras without the other half fighting the Oracles, and then he fought the other half afterwards, and it was a bit of a massacre. He was already ahead, but the final engagement became a bit of a massacre because of that. We've seen this couple oracles, the 2 oracle squad up top. And still actually only 2 Stargates, just going into a third one now as he also drops the Forge, wants to begin investing into those ground upgrades as well. Generally you will transition into a charge lot base composition from this, whether with Immortals or Archons. These oracles are going to just fight onto the hatchery here. With the Void Ray, Queen's coming over. The fact the oracles have already used up so much energy is a bit of a shame. We'll see a cancel here. Drone goes down, obviously. Elazer just not with enough creep up in that direction to be able to move his queens, relocate them into location in enough time to defend that hatchery. A little bit unfortunate, but it is one of those things that just sort of happens every now and then. Hopefully he doesn't keep getting this delayed. When he was playing against Neeb, it got denied like 3-4 times in a row, to the point where the Protoss player had a gold base starting to build a few seconds before the Zerg actually had their gold base starting to build for the one time it managed to complete. Little chunk of lings in the center, and we are going to be seeing triple oracle on the way out. That Twilight Council about 75% of the way done, plus 2 melee on this evolution chamber. Baneling speed halfway done, Hydra speed on the way up, and 14 more Hydralisks on the way out. Bunch of lings going to run in towards the main base. A couple of workers going down already. Now we're going to see 3rd and 4th. No, just 3 Zerglings, just 3 Popes picked off here. That wasn't too bad then, as you see now the Oracle and Void Ray squad moving forwards. Hydras and Queens here, and I kind of like the number of Hydras and Queens against this number of Oracles. It feels okay, it feels like he's got enough. He does push this back and comes up the ramp to get ready to defend this. I'm surprised he hasn't focused a bit more on getting crew spread up here to kind of save himself from the same issue he just ran into about 5 minutes ago. Well, not even 5 minutes ago, 2-3 minutes ago. A little bit of a link drop into the main base, the Elazer. Just trying to be aggressive around the map in the meantime, try and slow his opponent down, try and punish him for maybe relying too heavily on the sky-based units. A few Zealots here actually going to take a fight against these +1 melee lings. Don't like that. Lings with a surround and +1 melee going to have a pretty good time. Zealots go by. And at the same time, the Oracles are fighting over here, but the Queens and Hydras together. Now you can see the damage output is way too high, and the Oracles get destroyed. Oh man, at the same time, the main base mineral line had so many workers killed. 17 probes go down while losing all the Oracles. All of a sudden, Elazer in a commanding position in the game. 3 different locations on the map, 3 different fights, and every single one of them goes massively in favor of Elazer here. The main base mineral line being shredded, these lings getting good damage done towards the 3rd, and those Oracles getting destroyed by the Hydralisks. Elazer goes into the Infestors. The kind of follow-up we expect it to be to help lock down the Oracles, but I don't even think he needs it now with how much damage he's already done. Is nice, but he's just never going to have that critical mass of Oracles again, really. He's never going to reach that same sort of number, which is going to just be, you know, a little bit too many for the number of Hydras Elazer has, unless he finds a way to trade against some of these Hydras very effectively. For now, Oracles will fly into the main, and they will grab 2 fresh Infestors. That's a nice pick-off. That's definitely one way to start finding a way back into this. But again, I think sheer Hydralisk number is something you have to worry about right now. As we're going to be seeing Elazer going to go up towards the upper left. I think it's time for him to start applying some pressure. More Oracles on the way out. Charge only halfway done. Templar Archives only just starting. None of this really looking as though it's going to be ready. Maybe Charge will be for this attack. Especially if we're going to be seeing Elazer waiting for his Queens to come across as well. But that's just going to be a whole new issue. The fact there's Queens here for transfuses and extra anti-air damage. It's even more of an issue for Knights. Even though it takes a while for Elazer to bring them, it's so worthwhile with how much he's going to be able to get done here. Oracle's heading towards the main base. The Hydras are looking to try and cut them off as the Queens continue their march, their migration to the upper left-hand side of Odyssey. Going to be seeing these Oracles coming in. A Queen goes down. Drones are dropping. Oh, look at the fungal growth, though. Catching a bunch of these Oracles, and there's the follow-up fungal. And that's going to be a kill on every single one that got caught. 5 Oracles remain on this side of the map. Obviously, reinforcements are still coming through. But now what? The Queens have made it to the other side. Hydras en masse are continuing over as well. Stasis Ward will catch the first couple of Queens right here. As the extra Hydras come on through the center, it's going to start spelling trouble for our Protoss player. He has no way to realistically fight against this army. These Zealots are going to try and come in from the right side. Here we go. I mean, Banes are morphing in from Elazer. Does he even need them? I don't think so. Oracle's flying as well. Game will be called. Elazer will just take it like that. GG in game 1, Elazer. So I didn't mind that. I think it was well played by Elazer. Let's jump into game 2. Bottom left-hand side, our red Protoss player. It is going to be nice. Top right-hand side, our blue Zerg player from Q-Lash is Elazer. Should at least have an Overlord drop creep for the Queens. Kind of difficult with the Void Ray out, you know? Because with the Void Ray out, it's very, you know, the Overlords will get pushed back, and it's not like he's had control in the middle of the map all game long. And so it's not like he could have, like, you know, been spreading creep all this time. Just because the Void Ray keeps pushing those Overlords back. I guess he could have done it at some point and repositioned the Overlords. But then if he has to pull back and he gets distracted, then he's just going to lose Overlords to the Void Ray, right? So it doesn't really necessarily make a lot of sense. It's one of those situations where actually maybe it could work, but there's kind of understandable why he maybe didn't go for that as well. Hatch gas pool is the opening from the lasers. We do just see Gate Nexus core from Nice, the go-to build orders for each of these two races here, Protoss and Zerg in ZvP. And in most of the matchups, really, Hatch gas pool pretty common in ZvT. Obviously, ZvZ is a bit weird, but it is still a usable build. And from the Protoss, I mean, I think Gate Nexus core is pretty much the go-to build in both PvZ and PvT. There is PvP, which is 2 gateway openings, but it's obviously a whole different kettle of fish. Stream has been live for 6 hours, 56 minutes, and 47 seconds. Pretty decent day. Like I said, it's a pretty solid day of StarCraft. I'm actually surprised we got through so many of these games. We actually haven't had very many very long games in the OSC Masters Cup. I feel a lot of these games have been rather quick, like 10 minutes and below, or around 10 minutes. It feels like this event went pretty fast, considering that we have casted a whole bunch of extra games compared to what I originally thought we were going to cast. So, good 7 hours though. By the time we finish this game and we do 2 more, I'm going to be on a good 7.5. I think that's a decent day for the stream. Again, we're back tomorrow. Just OSC Masters Cup action tomorrow. WardiTV Weekly, the Balanced Test Mod Edition on Tuesday. Look forward to all of those. Overlord moving down the right-hand side. Probe and Adept just moving around as well. Going to be looking to see this probe of Nice. I'm going to throw down something perhaps. Maybe a proxy paladin to just warp in a bit more from. No real need for it to be over here if the Mothership Core and the Adept are here, you know. Might just be a little bit concerned about the lack of a third hatchery, which perhaps he should be. Roach Roaring is coming down with this lair about to finish. Nidus time! It's funny, a lot of these players using very similar builds to what they used in the previous series. So, it's kind of become a little bit predictable for us, but obviously other people haven't been able to watch these games or the stream, etc., so they don't know it. They don't know that it's coming, as we can see the Nidus network dropping on down then, so the Elazer will go into this. I mean, he did scout the main with the Adept, though. He sees the lair, and I think when you see a lair, you have to be very ready for something like a Nidus attack. I mean, you got to go through the possibilities. Fast Spire? Well, okay, I'm going to see that with the Oracle, I'll be fine. Fast Infestation Pit? Fast Swarm Host? Okay, you know, I can deal with that with the Stargate opening, fine. I think the main thing you have to worry about on a fast lair is just the Nidus. That's the most aggressive thing that really comes out of this super quick. And that's what he already has a good coverage of his main base for. He's going to see the Nidus coming into position here. And gets ready to deal with him. Multiple overcharges available. Preemptively pops it to get rid of this Overlord. Stasis Ward catches the first 3 Queens. There's no damage output though onto the actual Nidus. Nice micro from Elazer, actually jumps the Queen back into the Nidus as it was taking hits. Jumps it back in again. Man, if there's 3 more Queens, if those Queens were not in stasis, this Mothership Core would be dead already. 2 more overcharges now. These Roaches are still just trying to fight. Probes being pulled on in. I feel like the initial wave of this has not really been enough from Elazer. Nidus now dies, so there's no more micro for these Queens. Does he build a new one? Well, the Mothership Core goes down, and there is actually these 3 Queens still around here. Probe still dropping. No follow-up just yet. There's more Roaches being built, just no follow-up Nidus. You'll see that Queen about dropping down. Feels as if these units move away. Well, that's the issue. The Void Ray will get rid of the Overlord, right? And so 2 bases on 2 bases, 10 workers down. Elazer needs another plan. He needs something else. but he doesn't have anything on the map to actually build another Nidus with, so I'm not really sure what he goes for. Oracle will start to move across the map to see what else is going to happen. Oracle comes up to the upper right side. We'll just see still no third hatchery. No third hatchery at all. No, nice, can pull back in towards the center. What does he do then? He's got a changeling over here. I guess the Overseer then is his answer to Nidus behind the mineral line. No, there's only one pylon in range. Did the mothership core even get rebuilt? No, and double Stargate being added. And a Forge. Quite greedy play out of Nice, and it might cost him if this Nidus comes in again. Nidus in this corner, or just in the main in general. He'll see this Nidus, so you'll know it's coming. 2 Stalkers and a Void Ray, but how many Queens have we got? 3 Queens. They're already loaded in the Nidus. Yes, they are. That means this Nidus will be able to get up here. The lack of the overcharge to initially help target this down, I think, is going to be an issue. Queens will pop out and immediately just transfuse this up. Void Ray will be fired at, and the Nidus stays alive long enough to get a good amount of units out of it. It now falls, but look at the number of roaches in the main base. And suddenly Nidus is regretting building 2 more Stargates, because now he's not even going to get much of a chance to use it. Mothership core pops, but the pylon goes down so quickly, and it looks as though round 2 of this Nidus all in is going to work out here for Elazer. The probes keep on dropping. The Queens keep on fighting the Oracles. One of them goes down here, the other being pushed away. The Mothership core dies for the 2nd time in this game. And as those Stalkers are now pushed into a corner, the Roaches will pick up these kills as well. Can empower the gates by getting rid of this pylon. The Queens are still here to push back the Oracle even further. And another Oracle building as Stalkers try to warp in. They're getting picked off just one shot at a time. More and more probes being picked off here. Reinforcing that, it's 1 more unit, but it's not even needed. GG. And Elazer takes game number 2 of the series, and Tit walks away with his first win of this event, of this group. Elazer follows